Good morning everybody, it's Eleanor again from the Love of Stitches here on Flosstube and on Instagram. It's Wednesday morning again, the 22nd of February. God, this year's going so quick. So it's just going to be a quick update as usual. So enjoy your coffee of choice. I love this cup. Ali bought me it for Christmas. I love Rendale. But then you've got that on the back. So, dead cute, as well as a, I don't know if you can see a little cow in there as well. Anyway, so grab your cuppa of choice and let's begin. I have got my whips to show you. I have also got a very, very, very special acquisition that I want to show you, but I'll show you after my whips and stuff. But before I go any further, I would like to thank you all for the lovely, lovely comments on my last video. Yes, I was definitely feeling a lot better and people were commenting on how they enjoyed seeing a brighter side of me, which is good. So as you can tell, I'm okay. It's that time of year when you work in a complaints department and people are shouting at you because of the bills. So, yay. So this is why I stab fabric thousands and thousands of times. But hey ho. I'd also like to thank Stitchy Sally for the shout outs. Again, that was very nice of you. You didn't have to, but thank you anyway. And also the camping stitcher. Oh, Chris, she's fantastic. Absolutely love her. I've joined her Facebook group. But thank you for that big shout out as well. Very, very, very kind of you. And yeah, you've already enabled me, but we won't go there just yet. Okay. So thank you anyway. So what have I been working on this week? So as I said last week, we're working on my 5 of 5. So that's 5 for anybody think I've been drinking? 5 projects that I'm working 5 days each. So that's 25 days. And then the remainder of the month, and one of the 5 of 5 normally will be from next month, will be part of the roll the dice that we do with the Yorkshire stitches and Yorkshire dolly mixtures. And if you've still not checked out Yorkshire dolly mixtures, why? It's a laugh. It really is a laugh making those videos. So check us out. Go on, subscribe. We don't have a lot of subscribers and it would be nice to get a few more. Not that I'm plugging her out, but there we go. So 5 of 5, what have I worked on? So when I left you last week, I still had a bit of the border to do on, bear with me. I want to get this drunk before it goes cold. I was working on Elizabeth Weston. And if you remember rightly, I was doing that border. There we go. So I've had the, get my teeth in, I have had the iron out this morning and I have ironed these big projects just for you. So we're using the called for DMC and she's on 40 count light mocha from Zweigart. And it is on a fat half and she is big, especially now I've ironed her. So I've got them over the, are you ready for this? Here we go. Look at that border. So we've already stitched the top and I have worked my way down the border. So yeah, she's big. She is going to be magnificent when she's finished. I can't wait. So she is going in my 5 of 5 for next month, and my roll the dice as well. I really am determined to get some of these big projects finished this year. So, but if you remember last, what was it? This side, wasn't it? I still had the extra two rows to add to that side, which I've done now. So I can start concentrating on those lovely flowers. So I can now nicely fold her up because she's been ironed, and pop her back in the bag till March. So there we go. She's a big girl. I love the colours, I really do. Then again, if we didn't like the colours or the fabric that we're using, we wouldn't stitch on them, would we? So that's Elizabeth Weston. And just pop that down there. And the next one was Maria Vincenza Lucrezia. And I probably butchered it, and I say that every time. And she is huge. So on 40 count, the design is 29.45 inches. So she's nearly a yard long, by 13.5 inches down. So yeah, so she's big. Oh, I'm just trying to figure out my maths. So she's actually 2.5 foot long by just over a foot drop. So, and again, I've ironed her this morning. I've got quite a bit of the border done. But we've still not quite finished the border. So here we go. She's huge. So if you remember last week, I'd done the top half of the border up to that point there. So since last week, I've worked on that bottom half of the border. There we go. Be alright if I could see what we're doing. There we go. That's better. So yeah, we're nearly to the other end. So that is what I've worked on this week on Maria. So yeah, she's big. I'm thinking, where am I going to put all these big samplers when I've done them? I know I want to move, but we want to downsize. So again, we'll fold her up and pop her. And if you're wondering what I'm using, again, it's 40 count. And it is X-Jude Designs. I do believe it's Little Bunny by X-Jude Designs. And I'm using a Silks For You PR126, which is a variegated silk. Bit of a mess, but there we go. It's the same silk that I used on Louisa Collymore. So it's the rest of the skein that I used. So she's lovely. And I feel for those that are doing it on a smaller fabric, not a smaller, a larger fabric. So for a 36 or a 32 count, because she's going to be absolutely ginormous. a friend of mine dies doing it on 46 count, and yeah, so that was finished on Monday night, the 20th. There we go. So yesterday I started working on, there we go, Jane Fittest. So another hands across seas. And what am I using for her? We are using Zweigart 35 count flax, but I think it's smaller because these holes are really tiny. So, and let me have a look. On 36 count, the design should be 11.17 by 1367. So I'll have to get a tape measure out, and I don't think I've got one. Oh, I have got one. But here we are. So last time you saw her, I'd just finished this squiggly row here. The border was already done, but last night I started filling in the flowers on the border, going down. And I'm showing you the back. Am I showing you the back? I am. I'm showing you the back. There we go. That's better. So I started working on those flowers going down. It's a good job I've got a neat back, isn't it? Well, some may differ. Some may say not, but there we go. So I'd already done up to that point, and I just started working down last night. So let's just have a quick tape measure. It's an old tape measure, but there we go. It's not wrong with old. So it's supposed to be on 35 count. Well, it says 36, 11.17 inches. Yes, as I said, that is definitely not 35 count. It's measuring less than 10 inch. So I think it's a not quite less than 9. It must be a 42 count, maybe 40 tops. So I knew it wasn't a 35 because it was too small for a 35, but it's definitely flax. So I'll continue on her tonight. So that's day 2, day 3 tomorrow, Friday and Saturday. And then I need to think about doing my Easter small, because that needs sorting. So there we go. So she will come back out again tonight. And if you're wondering what thread I'm using, I'm actually using all the called for 103s. That is the only project that I've got 103s for. They are gorgeous to work with, so smooth. So I'll continue working on that till the weekend, and then we need to be looking at our Easter exchange piece. Then next week, as promised, I will be starting on the 1st. Just get her out. Is Anne Logan. I know loads of you are joining me. There we go. Anne Logan. Beautiful Scottish sampler, and she's not that big. So you can use a fat 1/8. if you're using 40 count, so, which I will be doing. And I've got all the called for Weeks Dye Works threads, which I showed you last week, and I'm still dithering about the fabric. But if you want to join me, please join me, and we will set up a hashtag in Instagram as well. And I will be working on her 5 days in March and then 5 days in April. I don't think she'll take that long to do. So if I'm doing 5 days a month, I might have her finished by May. You never know. You know, best laid plans and all that. So, my big purchase. Let me finish the coffee first, because it's heavy. You never know, coffee might give me strength. Oh, you must think I'm absolutely balmy. But there we go. So, are you ready for this? My darling husband, he does love me really. Probably must do if he's bought me this. And if you're wondering, we have been married for nearly 32 years. We met when I was 16 and I was 21 when we got married. My hubby was 18 when we met. So, are you ready for this? She's stunning. And big. I just hope I can fit her in. So, here we go. Oh. So, sorry about the glare, but here we go. My hubby bought me this. Absolutely stunning. And it's Elizabeth Carter. And I can't remember what that says there. Worked 1853. She is beautiful. I'm really sorry about the glare. But yeah, she's a big girl. She's framed as a fire guard. And looking at it, I think she's worked in wool, but I'm not sure. Not without opening her up and looking at the back. But look at that basket of flowers. So yeah, I'm really impressed with that. He's a sweetheart, he's my husband. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put her down. She's rather heavy. There we go. Just resting her on my knee. Awful reflection. You can see the border there. Beautiful, beautiful. So I've not shared it on Instagram as yet. I will be sharing it in a couple of days. So you're, apart from close friends, you're the first guys to see it. Excuse me, I'm burping. But you can see where it's been. It started coming away there. But yeah. Can you imagine the colours on the back and how vibrant she is? Right, she's going back down. And I don't know where I'm going to put her. Because I've still got the other fire guard that he bought me, which was Moses Striking the Rock. And that was stitched in, bear with me, I can see it from here. Oh, 1859. So I've got it just over there in front of my unit. But yeah, she's a big girl. And I'm going to have to keep her out of the sun for now until I can sort her out. I'm a very, very lucky lady. Very lucky to have such an understanding husband. But I think we all are, aren't we? So I hope you liked my big purchase. Or should I say big gift from my husband. And he did get it in the local auction. So I'm hoping if he got the other one from there as well. So you never know, in future I might get some more. Be nice to start getting a collection of antiques like this. So I want you all to have a fabulous week. I will be obviously getting Anne Logan sorted out for next week. And then next Friday is retreat. So I can tell you more about that next Wednesday if I get to film. You never know. You know, life sometimes gets in the way, but up to press, fingers crossed. I can't believe this is Flosstube 16, or is it 15? I think it might be 16. I wouldn't know without looking, and it's on my phone, which I'm filming on. So, and somebody was mentioning about my lamp, and the fact that I have the sun coming through the windows. Don't worry, you know, safety is always a feature in my house, especially with my husband about. So yeah, I am aware of the, you know, light and magnifier and sunlight I don't want to fire. So right, I want you all to have a fantastic week. As I said, if you haven't already liked, please like and subscribe, and I will see you, fingers crossed, next week. Love you all.